Yeah, finally it's now playing. Alrighty. Okay, now let me see if everything is running smoothly. I'm actually turning on my map. Now it's on and off again. And yeah, looks like everything is good. Everything's a-okay. And guess what? It seems like this mask is actually irritating. Actually, I don't want to just say irritating. It's actually a bit harmful with my face, particularly my skin. And yeah, looks like I gotta get a new one. One with a different material, so I won't repeat the same mistake with getting this mask where when it comes to molding it, or what is it? I like to say molding, but people usually would say they have to wear it down in order to shape it and such. So yeah, that's a partial thing, but you know, live and learn, all that. Now onwards to my this route. Yeah, as you see, it stopped all of a sudden, even though I was moving it in circles like this and that, this and that. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. Let's see. Yeah, it stops all of a sudden. Yeah, stops. Just stops. Stops. Moving in circles, circle, circle, circle. Stops. Circle, 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 stops. Circle, 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 stops. Anyway, it looks like it's just gonna keep on doing that. So anywho, let's just go on to new words I've learned. So let's go with tomorrow, which is mañana. Oh yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah, I spelled it wrong. Shoot. I thought that would be an autocorrect. Oh well. Mañana. So N has an accent. Good to news. Let's see right here. That's gotcha. Oh yeah, I also gotta say, so for there, it's I, that's how they're pronouncing it. I realized that this freaking lesson is, they want to teach you in a certain way that includes words or using repeating words and not introducing new words, which yay, that's how it goes and such. So anywho, let me go with tomorrow. So tomorrow, mañana.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Mañana.
Mañana. So mañana. Mañana. Manana. Manana. I'm having a difficult time with chunking it right away because of the accent N. So when it comes to mine is chunking into 3. So each chunk will have 2 letters. M-A. That's 1. Then N-A. That's 2. Then N-A again, but without an accent because there's only one accent, which is nyan. So mañana. Mañana. I'm butchering. I need to see person how they're they pronounce it.
Mañana.
Mañana. Mañana. Banana. Banana. Mañana. 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 Alright. So anywho, come on, man. Suka. Yo. Mañana. 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 Would that fix it? Somehow? Because typing? No, it still has a problem. Alright, so mañana. So let me try to slow it down. Let me try to chunk it. Ya, nya, na, nya, okay. So I'll try to see if I could chunk it into one chunk, 3 letters, M-A-N. Can't, because the N's are strong with carrying on with the letter A if they're all together. That's the case for M-A, accent N and A, and then an N-A. So let's go with mañana. Chunk it into 3, M-A, N-A, and N-A. So M-A, N-A, N-A, mañana. M-A, N-A, N-A. Middle. First N has an accent. M-A, accent N-A, and N-A. M-A, N-A, N-A. Alright. Forward. M-A, N-A, N-A. Backwards. A-N, A-N with an accent and A-M. Mañana. M-A, accent N-A, N-A. Backwards is A-N-A-N-A-M. M. M as in Mike, not as N for November. Forward, M-A-N-A-N-A. Backwards, A-N, A-N accent, and A-M as a Mike. So that is mañana. Now, let's go with the next one, which is hora. Hora, which would be time. Let me type in hora to see what comes up. Time, but hour. That's the important thing, because for time, I learned it as tiempo, basically for time, but not hour. For hora, it's referring to hour, especially with me telling people what is the hour, what is the time, referring to the hour, and I'll have to say what is the hour in Spanish. So hora will be hour.
Hora.
Hora.
Hour.
Hour. Okay. Hora, hour. So what should I do is chunk it into 2 chunks. H-O-R-A. Both chunks have 2 letters. H-O-R-A. So for ho, like ho, 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 ho. And for ara, ra, 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 ra. Ora, ora, ora. I think the ra, 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 ra is actually helping my back with my ora, ora, ra, 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 ora, ra, ora. Well, ora, ora. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ora, 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 ora. Ora, ora, ora. Ra, 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 ra. Ora, ora, ora. Ra, 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 ra. Ora, 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 ora. Okay, I'm gonna spend the whole time just shouting that. It's a good thing I live in a place that I don't have to worry about sound right now. So hora, hora. H-O-R-A, hora, 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 ra 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 ra, hora. This whole time, I'm just not learning how to read it and write it, but also how to say it. Most importantly, say it properly and to my best of my abilities. So H-O-R-A. H-O-R-A. Ho. Ra. Oh. Ra. H-O-R-A. 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 Backwards is... Forwards is... Oh yeah, I'll go forwards. H-O-R-A. That is forward. Then backwards is... A-R-O-H. Forwards is H-O-R-A. Backwards is A-R-O-H. Forwards is H-O-R-A. Backwards is A-R-O-H. Forwards is H-O-R-A. Backwards is A-R-O-H. Ora. Ora, ora, ora. Ho, ho, ho. Ra, 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 ra. Ora. So for ora, referring to time, the next one will be o'clock. So that will be... It will be the time, but whenever you refer to o'clock, so like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, so 4, 5, 4, 5 being 5, it will be la. So la 5 or la 5, so 5 o'clock. So let's see what comes up. No translation for clock exists in Spanish. I was referred to simply using the numbers. So 4 o'clock becomes las 4. That's the important thing, las. Where English uses expressions such as sharp or on the dot and refer to specific time, Spanish uses en punto. But that's for Pacific time. So, 5 o'clock sharp, 5 en punto. I strongly believe that will be 5 o'clock sharp in Spanish, 5 en punto, 4 en punto, 10 en punto, not 3 en punto because there's no 13. It's only 1 to 12 o'clock. So las. That's exactly what I learned. Las being o'clock. So that's the issues I had with the entire freaking session. That the audio is not following the actual grammar structure and such. Because like every other language, there's some exceptions. There's always words, especially when it comes to different regionals, like Latin American Spanish versus Spaniard Spanish. When it comes to words, so that means that people would say las, and they will always just remember it means o'clock and such, even though it doesn't really exist, but people refer it when under a word because of its context. So, that's the interesting thing. Similar to modern Chinese characters where they have to figure out new characters for brand new concepts, like when it comes to referring to electronic technology and such. Way different from simplification. So yeah, that's the interesting thing about that. And going on forward, I got to just explain why I'm following a particular thing, why I'm learning how to say le. So le hora, well, hora las for las cinco, las cuatro, and how I learned it to be o'clock. And so, and le being you, instead usted, and along with C. So yeah, all that I should just tell you how I learned this, why I'm going along with it and such. To, break the behind the reasoning with it. I'm showing you the reasoning. So yeah, that's the importance of that. So what is it? Oh yeah, here's an example. Alright, I clearly know that the audio said it is time, even though I know it will be hour. Does it make sense? When it comes to me looking at it, it does make sense. But that's the thing with language. But that doesn't mean I could also talk in a different way too. I could just say, "El tiempo es cinco." The time is 5. Sounds pretty weird, even in English. But some people can get it. Some people even say it in English. So yeah, there is a way to say things that people are used to, and a way people are not used to, but it makes sense. Clock. So las. Anywho, let's go with las. So las cuatro. So 4 o'clock. Las 3 o'clock. Las. So las chunk it into 2, which will be LA and S. Because la and L can go together. So las or la. You can remember that chunk. And don't have to separate it being one chunk with 3 letters. So yeah. Las. L-A-S. 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 Now my mouse. LAS, 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 LAS. Backwards is SAL. Then forwards is LAS, backwards is SAL, forwards is LAS, backwards is SAL, LAS, SAL, L. LAS, SAL, LAS, SAL, LAS, SAL, las. Now, on to the final word, which is today, which is hoy. Hoy. I thought it would be oi. That's the way I kept on saying it. Hoy. O-I. But hoy.
Today. Hoy.
Hoy. So hoy today. Hoy or mañana. Today or tomorrow. So hoy las 5. Today at 5 o'clock. Or which is they didn't use many examples for mañana versus hoy. Why is that? Why is that lesson? Hoy las 4 o las 3 in mañana, or mañana las 4, mañana las 4. Yeah, I think that makes sense versus me say de mañana or de hoy. Even though it can make sense, so at least I'm not totally with that. But anyway, let's go with what they told me to do it, which is put the hoy and mañana at first. So hoy, today, mañana, tomorrow. Hoy las 4 o mañana las 8. Las 8? Las 8. Go with Las 8. Las 8 would be 8 o'clock. Mañana would be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Or hoy, 4, las 4. So today at 4 o'clock. So hoy. Chunking it, I'll chunk it into 2. First chunk HO for a ho. And then Y would be Y. Not WHY, but just why? Why do you do this? Why am I learning how to say hoy, o mañana? Hoy or mañana hoy? Today or tomorrow? Today. Yeah, I'm pretty much saying, why am I learning about today or tomorrow? Today, this day. That must be a way to me saying it, besides me using the sound. But I'm not sure. Hoy. But yeah, H-O-Y, so H just because ho, and then Y. H-O-Y, 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 or it's H-O-Y, backwards Y-O-H, or it's H-O-Y, backwards Y-O-H, or it's H-O-Y, backwards Y-O-H, or it's H-O-Y, backwards Y-O-H. Hoy. Las 4, las 5, las 1, las 2, las 3, las 4, las 5, las 6, las 7, las 8, las 9, las 10, las 11, las 12, no las 13. So no 13 o'clock, because there's no such thing as 13. Except, it sounds like there should be another thing when I say no for o'clock and such. So, what would be that? Las 8, las 9, hoy. Hoy, mañana, las, hora, 5 de hora. La hora es, the time is 5. 5 de la hora? 5 de hora? Let me see if anything comes up with de hora. Of time. De 5 hora. Let me see if this one makes sense in the translation. Then 5 hours. De 5 hora. La hora es 5. Las 5. Yeah, so it looks like hora will go along with las. Because for the hour, with the clock, it will strike through an hour. But doesn't make no sense in the digital. time, which so many people are accustomed to, but you know, people would still refer it to. So yeah. What's up with this la hora tiempo? Now I'm gonna go back to the previous unit because I still have trouble with it. It seems like I'm gonna spend some time practicing more on this. Oh yeah, also when it came to the audio, they started speaking my instructions in Spanish. Also suddenly, and you know, they've used times like, you know, repita, which sounds very close to repeat, so I understand that. But still, you know, just tell me just how to say everything, which I think that's not the point. It's not me rehearsing the instructions, but rather me understanding, be comfortable with it, especially when people speak to me in normal Spanish. So whenever I hear the instructions, same on, like repeat, go on, listen, it just keeps on being just so familiar that I sort of understand it. But yeah, anyhow, I still prefer to take my time to learn everything in Spanish, so I'll be comfortable with it. So you will be left, comprar, buy, cosas, things, poder, can, see, if, costar, pagar, puedo, dos, y, tres. So y will be they are, tres, 13, 12, dos, puedo comprar, can I buy, all such, pagar, costar, and anywho, it's pretty much it. Comprar, leer, alright. So anywho, I'll be on next time, Christmas time, holiday time. See ya.